class, good day. I hope you get a good morning. Anyway, listen up as we will start our class. And for today's topic, we are going to discuss pronoun. I know everyone is familiar with this topic, but let us dig deeper with its use and types. Also, since everyone is familiar with this, then expect recitation, okay? Just don't get nervous. And right away, Marcel, tell us about pronoun.
Um, yes, teacher. Um, Pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Pronouns can do all of the things that nouns can do. They can be subjects, direct objects, indirect objects, object of the preposition, and more.
So, right, again, pronoun is defined as a word or phrase that is used as a substitution for a noun or noun phrase, which is known as the pronoun's antecedent. So, it is used to replace the noun so we can avoid using the noun redundantly. For example, if we say Leah lives in Sagbayan and Leah is far from school too. Leah needs to ride a bus to attend classes. So, in this example, the name Leah appeared redundantly and it's somehow not good. To avoid that, we can use pronoun. So, using pronoun helps us to construct a smooth and well-structured sentences. As we can see here in our examples, first, Billy, Karen, and I were playing poker with friends. To reconstruct this, to reconstruct that by using a pronoun, we can say, we are playing poker with friends. Another example, Ellie loves watching movies. She loves watching movies. So, for the uses of the pronoun, well, it can act as a subject, direct object, indirect object, and object of the preposition, and more as long as it replaces the place, name of a person, animal, place, or thing. So with the uses, we will tackle that as we go through the different types of pronoun. So our first type of pronoun, it's indefinite pronoun. So Miralona, based on my presented visual aid here, can you please tell us about indefinite pronoun? And also, please give us an example.
Good day, ma'am. So, indefinite pronouns does not refer to any person, place, thing, or amount. It is vague and not definite. For example, I would like to buy something this Christmas. So, the indefinite pronoun here is something. So, it does not refer to anything that I would like to buy this Christmas. And another example is that someone gave me this flower. So the indefinite pronoun here is someone and it does not refer to any specific person. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Mira Luna. So yes, indefinite pronoun refers to one or more unspecified objects, beings, or places. The indefinite pronouns are anyone, any, another, something, everything, anybody, no one, each, anything, nobody, someone, everyone, either, nothing, somebody, and everybody. So those are usually singular. However, here we've got indefinite pronouns but in plural form. Both, few, many, and several. For example, few years ago, I had a lot of friends. I stumbled several times. We both have talents that remain hidden. Many people are struggling this time. So that's it for the indefinite pronoun. Now, for the next pronoun, it is the personal pronoun. So, Sarah, based on what is showed here in our visual aid, can you please tell us about personal pronoun?
Personal pronouns are pronouns used to replace people, places, or things to make sentence shorter and clearer. These personal pronouns associated primarily with a particular grammatical persons. It may be the first person, the second person, and the third person. And some examples of personal pronouns are I, me, he, she, he, her, they, it, you, and yours. So applying personal pronouns vary depend on the person you mean to. And some examples of personal pronouns are they tried to run away from the hunter, which they serve as the third person of the sentence. I conducted a experiment on rural areas, which is I serves as the first person. You will see the result of the experiment after a week, which you serves as the second person. It was found out on the study that it was a big help for people, which it was serves as a third person.
Very good, Sarah. Okay, class, for the personal pronoun, those are the pronouns that are associated with a certain person, thing, or group. Personal pronouns have two main groups. As I said, pronouns have different uses. And here in personal pronouns, it can be used as the subject and as the object. So, if the personal pronoun is used as subject, then it is in nominative case. And if it is used as the object, it is in objective case. So let us look at this table showed here. We've got different point of views and different cases. So here for the singular, the first person point of view, the pronoun I is for the nominative case and pronoun me is for the objective case. For the second person point of view, the pronoun you can be used for the nominative case and also in objective case. So here in masculine and feminine, we can use he and she in nominative case while him and her in objective case. So now for the neuter, the pronoun it can be used in both nominative case and objective case. So class, those are the personal pronouns in singular form. And now here we've got the plural form of personal pronouns. Here for the first point of view, for the first person point of view, we can use we in nominative case and us in objective case. Then you can be used in both cases for the second person point of view. And for all genders, they is for the nominative case and them for the objective case. So before going to the next pronoun, let us first determine the difference between nominative and objective case. Here we have an example. We will be late if you don't hurry up. So class, as you notice, this sentence has two pronouns but its uses are different. For the first pronoun, we, it replaces the the subject of the sentence, while the pronoun you replace the object of the sentence. So we is in nominative case and you is in objective case. Now, for the reflexive pronoun, Johanna, can you please tell us if what is reflexive pronoun?
A reflexive pronoun is a specific type of pronoun that is used for the object of a verb when it refers to the same noun as the same subject of that verb. Reflexive pronouns include myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. That's all, Mom.
Right. Thank you, Johanna. So again, class, reflexive pronouns are used to refer back to the subject or clause of a sentence. And here we have examples. Count yourselves. Annie only had herself to blame. Peter and Paul had baked themselves cakes. So next class is the demonstrative pronoun. How about James Bryan? Kindly please tell us about what you remember of this demonstrative pronoun.
A demonstrative pronoun points out a person, place, thing, and idea. A word, these, those, and that are demonstrative pronoun. Example, those are horses. From the word those is considered as demonstrative pronouns.
Right. Demonstrative pronouns are used to point to something specific within a sentence. Like what James Bryan said, the demonstrative pronouns are that, this, those, and these. So for example, those are pretty. This is nice. That is mine. Those are pretty. These are beautiful. So, demonstrative pronoun in any case can be demonstrative adjectives too. For example, I prefer this photo. So, what do you prefer? This photo. So, the pronoun this here does not replace the noun, but it does qualify the noun. Okay? Next class is possessive pronoun. There, Michelle, tell us about possessive pronoun.
Possessive form is a word or grammatical construction used to indicate a relationship of possession in a broad sense. This can include strict ownership or a number of other types of relation to a greater or lesser degree analogous to it. Possessive pronouns include mine, our, ours, its, here, and hers. That's all. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Michelle. So again, possessive refers to indication of possession or ownership. Like for example, the money is mine. That cat is yours. Mine is red. Now, for the relative pronoun, anyone? Len Mariel, tell us about relative pronoun.
Ma'am, relative pronoun is a word that connects a statement and refers to a noun or pronoun with the sentences. It is also a word that is used to connect a clause or phrase to a noun or pronoun. The clause modifies or describes the noun. A relative pronoun is the word which is used to refer to nouns mentioned previously, whether they are people, places, things, animals, or ideas. The most common relative pronouns are which, that, whose, however, who, and whom. It is called relative pronoun because it relates to the word that its related clause modifies. It connects to the description to the rest of the sentence in an orderly way. For example, the word who is the relative pronoun in the sentence. The person who phoned me last night is my teacher. In the sentence, the word relates the word person which who phoned me last night modifies.
Very good, Lynn Mariel. So relative pronoun specifies the noun. Like here in our example, the car that crashed into the wall was blue. So here, the sentence does not just refer to the car, but it refers to the car that crashed into the wall. So the noun is more specific here. Next is the interrogative pronoun. Jaya, please tell us about your understanding of interrogative pronoun.
Interrogative pronouns is a pronoun that is used to ask questions and form an interrogative sentence. They can work as the subject or object of a sentence. In English grammar, there are 5 primary interrogative pronouns. They are who, what, which, whom, and whose. All these interrogative pronouns replace unknown information about which the question is asked. Interrogative pronouns are extensively used to ask direct, indirect, or reported questions. In direct questions, interrogative pronouns replace the person or things about which question is asked. Usually, interrogative pronouns came at the beginning of the interrogative sentence and act either as subject or object. In indirect questions, interrogative pronouns find their application as well. In such cases, interrogative pronouns usually appear in the middle of a sentence. They are normally used to questions in a polite way. And also in reported question, interrogative pronouns can be used as reported questions in a sentence. They do not carry the question mark and used in indirect speech form.
Very good. So interrogative pronouns are used in questioning. Like here in our example, which do you prefer? What do you need? Who will come to the party? So, as we notice, interrogative pronoun often appear at the beginning of the question. Also, although the pronouns in interrogative and relative pronouns are the same, but put in mind that their uses are different. Next is reciprocal pronoun. So class, this pronoun expresses mutual actions or relationship. It refers to an action acted by two different persons at the same time or something like that. So we only have two reciprocal pronouns. These are one another and each other. So Philip, can you please tell us a sentence that uses this kind of pronoun?
Yes, ma'am. For example of the reciprocal, ma'am, is John and Mary give each other gifts. Using each other allow the sentence to be more efficient than John gave Mary a gift and Mary give a gift to John. Other example, ma'am. The boxer punch each other. So the reciprocal is each other. Next is the couple love one another deeply. So the reciprocal, ma'am, is one another. That's all, ma'am.
Very good, Philip.
Okay, Philip. Please explain the last type of pronoun.
Yes, ma'am. The intensive pronoun, ma'am, is those ending in self or selves and that serve to emphasize the antecedents. They are almost identical to reflexive pronoun, but rather than just referring back to the subject of the sentence, they work to reinforce the action. In many cases, the sentence would still make sense without the intensive pronoun. For example, I will do it myself. So myself is the intensive pronoun and we made this by ourselves. Ourselves is the in, the intensive pronoun. Self and selves.
Very good, Philip. Again, intensive pronouns usually end with self or selves, like myself, ourselves, and so on. So now we are done with the types of pronouns. Again, the types of pronoun are indefinite pronoun, personal pronoun, reflexive pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, possessive pronoun, relative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, reciprocal pronoun, and intensive pronoun. Now for the rules or the pronoun rules, we have few rules here. First, subject pronouns may be used to begin sentences. So this rule is mostly applicable for the personal pronouns, specifically the group of nominative case. So here in our example, we did a great job. So we is the pronoun and it appeared in the beginning. So second rule, subject pronouns may also be used to rename the subject. So again, since it is the subject pronoun, then sure it replaces the subject of the sentence or that what we call nominative case. Next is indefinite pronouns don't have antecedents. They are capable of standing on their own. So indefinite pronouns does not have a specific noun. So it is used in a statement that tend to generalize. Like here in our example, no one likes the sound of fingernails on a chalkboard. So for the fourth rule, object pronouns are used as direct objects, indirect objects, and objects of prepositions. These include you, me, him, her, us, them, and it. For example, David talked to her about the mistake. Lastly, possessive pronouns shows ownership. They do not need apostrophes. For example, those are yours. So we don't need to put apostrophe between the letter R and S in the pronoun yours. So that's it, class. Now we are done with our discussion. I appreciate your cooperation and participation during our discussion. Now, before I end our session, please answer the following questions here. Okay, class, time's up. Now exchange your papers and we will check that. Okay, thank you. So listen, below are sentences from the short story, The Bread of Salt. To answer, identify the type of those highlighted pronouns. So number 1, on dull mornings, the light dripped from the bamboo screen which covered the veranda and hung
Di,
some
ma'am.
4 or 5 yards
Di, ma'am.
from the ground.
Di, ma'am.
Correct.
Di,
Next,
ma'am.
number 2. What do you want to be a musician for? Now, count all the correct answers, and Sarah, please collect the papers and give that to me after your next class, okay? So, that's all, class. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Thank you and God bless. Goodbye, everyone.
Said it happened last night, about 10 to 11 when I first laid eyes on you. We're standing in line into Club 777.